I tried and I saw I was pregnant. I was like, yeah.
Hey, yo, B, tell them what time it is.
Welcome to Oyinda's Diary. I know it's been a while. I know, please forgive me. I know it's been a while. But here we are today. Today I'm going to be discussing my pregnancy journey so far. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and please share. So I was pregnant for 9 months, and I didn't tell any of my friends far. And all of a sudden on my WhatsApp, I was like, oh God, thank you for a safe delivery. And then on Instagram, because prior to my delivery time, I'd already recorded the song, so I wanted to drop it. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to my social media and be like, hey guys, please stream this song. It's coming out on Friday. And that was exactly what I did. And everyone was like, Tenny, when were you pregnant? When did you have a baby? Where were I just getting this news? I know. And I owe everybody an explanation, my friends particularly. I owe you guys an explanation. So right now, I'm going to be telling you the ups and downs I had. I'm going to be discussing my journey so far during the 9 months. So thank you for tuning in again.
Hey there, friend, don't scroll away. This is Oyinda Diaries.
So firstly, I'm going to talk about my reaction when I found out I was pregnant. Trust me, it was not, it wasn't like I wasn't really happy. Okay, I would say it's a mixed feelings anyways. I was happy, I was sad, because I was happy because yeah, I get to be a mother. Because I'm like I'm like, I hear about it, how important it is for you to have your baby very young. And yeah, my mom had me when she was young. I think I wanted something like that. Deep inside of my heart, I knew I wanted something like that. But deep down, like outside, I act like, oh, I'm not ready for a baby. I'm not ready for a baby. But deep down, I knew yes. And for the fact that I am married, like I felt like, yeah, I want to have my baby. But then I was just scared in the sense that, like you're in your 20s, you're still trying to figure out your life, you're still trying to like get things sorted out, you have a career, you're still even trying to gain audience. And for me, I've been doing a lot so far, and having a baby was like, oh my god, because I know what it takes to like raise a baby emotionally, finance, mentally, and then sacrificing all your time. So that was the part that made me really scared. I was happy, like I said, because yes, I get to have a baby at a young age. I don't know, I didn't know I was going to figure it out, but I was like, okay, I'm happy. But I was so sad. I think mostly I was kind of sad. I don't know what I was feeling, but I'll just say I would say it's a mixed reaction, right? Because I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen? My career. In fact, I have a video.
So, I have my music career.
You're pregnant, baby.
I was like, what's gonna happen? My career. Oh. I was scared. I was really, really scared. And that went by. I found out on a Sunday morning on a Sunday morning when I was preparing to go to church. I tried and I saw I was pregnant. I was like, yeah. Church, I was just feeling so indifferent. I don't know how to feel. I was just like, but I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. And then the Tuesday, I went to see the doctor. My doctor told me that my baby was 6 weeks.
Hey, hold it. Okay. This is your baby's heartbeats. I will measure how many weeks
Yeah.
of your baby it's alive. It's 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
I thought as much.
And my baby had just started beating Oh my god, it was so surreal. I was just smiling. I was so excited because like the idea to perceive that a baby is growing inside of you. Trust me, like I never phantomed it. Like I didn't see it coming. Yes, I knew I was a woman. Definitely, I would have my babies. I would have children. But like like when you're living in that reality, it's another different feeling entirely. So I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I will not lie, I was really excited. I was really excited when I heard my baby's heartbeat. Like there's nothing in this world that can replace such joy. Do you understand? Another human being is growing inside of you. It's another thing entirely. So I was like, okay, congratulations. I'm like, okay, thank you. So what we do? The more because my husband is someone that is like, okay, the moment he found out I was pregnant, I was like, telling you have to change your diet. So this is what you're gonna be eating. Like, I changed my diet entirely. More fruit. I was just very cautious of what I take, you know. I do not just eat, I stopped eating junk. Selecting my food choices and yeah, so the first thing I noticed the moment I got pregnant, the first thing I noticed was that I realized that I had iron deficiency. On the norms, I knew I had. As a woman, like we bleed monthly, and most women have it. But the moment I was pregnant, or the moment I finished seeing it, the moment I saw a doctor, the next week, bro, I started seeing all the symptoms of pregnancy. I started feeling so weak. If I do not eat, it looks like the world is dancing in my front. It's like it's stunning. I could not stand. Like I just felt weak. Like do you get? So like I knew okay, I had to stop starving myself. I needed to take rest. I just felt so weak most times. If I stress myself too much, if I don't eat, okay, that was done. I finished my exam, and during that period, right, I had this would I say job or like a contract for me to like be performing in shows. So I was on and about it. We're always doing rehearsal. Before I knew I was pregnant, the moment I found out I was pregnant, I went to doctor. I was supposed to go somewhere, right? I was supposed to go somewhere, like a 1 hour drive. And this is somewhere that I always go all the time. Only for me to enter the bus, all of a sudden I just felt weak. Like I was not myself. I felt like I wanted to faint in that bus. What was going on? I realized that as when your baby is still small in your belly, like first trimester, you shouldn't be going long distance travels because you feel sick, you feel nauseous. I was feeling so nauseous. I had to get down off the bus. When I got home, I was so bloated. Bro, my belly was big in my head, right? Because I know I had a baby inside. I felt like, oh, it was my baby. Like I felt like my stomach was already big because of my baby. It wasn't my baby. I was so bloated because that shows like it shows how tense I felt in the bus, right? But at my head, I'm like, oh, look at my belly. My belly is big. My baby is growing. Little did I know that the first trimester, your belly likely might not even get big. Like it doesn't even, I don't know for some people, I won't say, but for me, my stomach wasn't even big. And to an extent, I felt like, oh my God, is there still a baby? Like people like, okay, I told few people over time, they're like, how is your baby? How's our baby? I'll be like, baby that I don't even know whether it's because I didn't know that it takes time for your baby and for your belly to start growing big. And so after my exams, I did a music video. I had a music video to during that summer. I did it. I think a day after that music video, I felt sick. Like my sickness for first trimester was like 1 week I will fall sick, the next week I'm okay, the next week I'll fall sick, the next week I'm okay. Like it just keep doing. It was just turning me off and on, off and on, off and on. And trust me, it wasn't a good feeling at all. I was literally bedridden, I would say. And first symptoms I noticed, then all of a sudden I started having pimples. I had all kind of acne on my face, on my body. But then yes, my complexion was still the same, but I had too much acne. At this point, I was like, what's going on? And then I would go to my doctor and I'll tell him, oh, this is what's wrong with me, this is what's wrong with me. It will be like, oh, do not use any drugs. Bro, I tell you, like with everything I was going through, when you're pregnant there, like if you're sick or whatever, you are not allowed to use any drugs. The worst you can take is a painkiller. That's paracetamol, Panadol. That's all you can take. You cannot take any drugs of any kind because it can harm the fetus, right? So my doctor was like, okay. When I told him that I was always feeling sick, I mean, I was feeling nauseous. Then it was like, oh, I have low blood. He gave me iron drugs. Anyway, started giving me supplement to take, and I had some leg pain. It was like, oh, sorry, you can't do anything. Maybe if it's bad, so bad, you can take paracetamol. So that was all. Second trimester came. I didn't go out, and I think I started feeling lonely because I felt like, oh, I told few of my friends before we took the summer break, and I was expecting that, okay, during the holiday they were always going to come and check up on me and be like, oh Tini, are you fine? Oh boy, nobody came, so I was kind of lonely. And second trimester came. For sure, I was still lonely. None of my friends really came. I felt like you would feel, it's likely as a pregnant woman. I will not say as a pregnant, but for me, I felt very lonely. I felt very, very lonely. And second semester, it was during the holiday. 5 month pregnant, my acne became so worse. It became so worse. I tell you, my complexion became dark. I was getting dark. It was not becoming obvious that something is doing this girl. So if you look clearly, you will have known that, okay, this girl is pregnant. Do you understand? Because I had so many pimples. My complexion was getting darker, but still I did not add weight. My weight was still normal. Do you get? And I think at 5 months, my belly started coming out. I started going out. I started going outish. But I still stayed more at home. I watched a lot of movies during the summer alone with my husband. I just know that anytime I go out during the second semester, I always like to slay. Like, I didn't want to be those. I didn't want to be a boring pregnant woman. Like, so I wanted to, like, kind of. And I think one thing that happened to me early in my second trimester, I was having migraines. It was not funny. I was having serious migraines. I had migraines that I would be carrying my head like this. I cannot, like, I had migraines for like 3 days, and I'm someone that do not like drugs. On and on, I don't like drugs. But then I was like, okay, when this headache started, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep it off and then wake up, it will go. Usually that's how my headaches are. Like once I have a headache, it shows I'm stressed. I'll just sleep it off and I'm good. But this one, I slept it off. I woke up, it came harder. Slept it up, it came harder. Bro, I had migraine. I'll put my head inside water, like it's cold water, to wash off my head. The next seconds I leave that bathroom, it comes harder. Bro, it was not funny. That migraine was crazy. Till my doctor now said that, okay, that I can take paracetamol. Then I took paracetamol, then it went. The late second trimester, I started having heartburn, guys. Oh, heartburn show me when I had serious heartburns. I had serious heartburn. Third trimester was worse. My heartburn was not even from here. It was so serious. Like I always drink milk morning, afternoon, night, morning, every food I eat, I'll drink milk, and I could not eat much. Now I'm in third trimester. There's so much space your baby will occupy that there will be little space for you to eat. And if you eat too much, you have heartburn. Even when I don't eat too much, I can eat in the morning until night. If I don't drink milk or yogurt, I would have heartburn till night. So for some pregnant women, it's a normal thing. Heartburn, just be ready. Just get ready to sign the contract because heartburn is not. I was 6 months pregnant. I did a baby shower and so happy. We're so happy. Trust us. And we pray that the outcome will all celebrate together. So yeah, let's have fun and let's go. 2, 1.
You know it's not the same as it
It was so beautiful. The only reason why I did a baby shower, I felt like, oh, nobody cares about me, nobody loves me, that feeling I had, like I had that feeling, like a second trimester. So like I wanted to do a baby shower, but I was like, hey, how do I do a baby shower when I've been feeling alone and I feel like everyone is my enemy? Oh, like invite on my baby shower. For sure now, definitely I did the baby shower though. So I invited invited some of my friends. Some of them that were there for me. Like I think before my baby shower, some people were like, "Oh, hi, Tenny." So I just tried to invite. Resumed school late October. So my friends were like, "Oh, Tenny, there's no need for you to join this resume this semester with us. Just take a break. Just take a break, bro." I said I'm not going to take any break, that we'll do it together. So like I did, I was pregnant and I was going to school. Bro, can you imagine? It wasn't really easy, I won't lie, but I'm just glad that right now it and it worked out. Like it's possible, do you get? So going to school, when we resumed school, it was another ball game entirely. I remember going to school and I'll be so scared of school, so shy. Not really shy, but shyish in a way, because I felt like, oh, I'm not supposed to be pregnant right now. Like, like before I was pregnant, there's a kind of outfit I used to wear to school. Like to even dress or slay to school was not even my concern anymore. As long as I see something to cover up my nakedness and cover up my bump, especially, I would wear it. So I remember it was quite a difficult time for me during the third trimester, because I had to go to school. And for me, one reason I needed to go to school was because I realized as a pregnant woman it's very important for exercise, you get. So sometimes I used to do exercise, but sometimes if I don't do exercise, the fact that I'm even going to school alone, that I walk, it took me, like, it was a great experience. It helped my body, because it also exercise helps during delivery. Makes your baby comes faster. And so yeah, I was really working. I would working. So I didn't even add, like I did not add, but I think when it was few weeks to my delivery, I now added. I added just a bit, not. Hmm, I won't say a bit like that though, because before I was pregnant, I was 58 kg. Before I had my baby, when my baby was when I was close to delivery, I was then 70. Is it 72 kg? So I added like extra. Is that 14? I think that's 14. 14. No, no. 13 kilos, 13 kilos. And that was because, yeah, the baby is inside, right? When I had my baby, I became, was it 68? Then I was 68. But I did a lot of exercise, yeah, I'll not lie. And then going to school really helped me a lot. But then mental, let's talk about the mental space, like what the mental time. Man, there were times where I would write exams. And okay, let's say for instance, now the timetable says that my exam is around 12. Or no, let me say the timetable says my exam is around 11. I will go to school around 12. There were times that, like, I'll be going to school, I'll enter class, I'll see people coming out of the class. I'll be crying, oh God. This thing happened for like 2 to 3 days. Like, do you guess? During my midterm exam, 2 to 3, I missed my papers. It was such a down moment for me. Like, I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was really down. And I was like, if I'd known, I shouldn't have continued. I should have paused my education. Why am I doing this? Why do I think I'm strong enough? But above all those times that I know that above everything, one thing I would say is that my husband was really there for me. He'd be like, you can do it. And he really supported my action, whatever decision I made. I know I really regretted, like, going to school, especially those times I missed my midterm papers. But luckily for me, my school used to have a makeup exam. So if you're not able to make it for your midterm exams, you can do the makeup. So I did the makeup. Lo and behold, my grades were really good, but were not as high as it used to be. It wasn't as high as it was the previous semester, but my grades were okay. The most important thing was that I didn't fail any of the courses. I would not see, guy. I'm saying I went to school. It was, I would say it was hard, but God saw me through. God did see me through. I scaled through. That's all I have to say. I scaled through. The fact that I completed my education, I finished first semester. I mean, I deserve a kudos. No, sorry. I had exams 1 week after I delivered. I had exams 1 week after I delivered. So, but I didn't even care about the exam because I knew I was going to take makeup exams. So that was it basically. That was it basically. I would say my pregnancy journey was filled with ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, but but still, we're still grateful at the end. I'm still grateful at the end to God Almighty. I would say it was a smoothish journey. It was a smooth journey. It's just that there's times that you would just be down. At the pregnant moment, there are times you have mood swings. There are times I would just be crying. I would just be crying. There are times I'll be crying that, oh, I've not bought my baby's clothes. We saw, guys, it was just a lot. During the time I was a third trimester, that's when we had issues with our housing. The landlord was like, oh, we should leave. Secondly, I had I was expecting my baby 1 week or 2 weeks before, and I have not bought any clothes. Why did we even buy clothes? Sef? Because we're thinking, oh, we're going to leave this apartment. When we move to the next apartment, maybe that's when we'll buy baby's clothes. Because if we buy it now, by the time we are moving, it will be so hard to pack it with the loads. Do you understand me? So like that's why we didn't buy it, and we're not searching for house. We're looking for house. We're looking. The point is that everything was sorted out. Everything was sorted out. Sometimes I hear that when women are pregnant, all those kind of things used to happen. Say some people used to be like finance issues, but thank God ours wasn't finance issues at all. But ours was just about okay, finding accommodation. My resident permit was expiring, my passport was expiring. There was so much that was needed to be done. And like sometimes when I think of it, it stresses me out. Like as a pregnant woman, I was like, oh, I would just be crying, My husband he was my therapist. He was my therapist. Every time I was down, he would be the one I would cry about my song again. Babe, I've not released any song. I don't even know what's wrong with my career. So it was even hard. Like I would say in a way, like because I don't know, like I pregnancy was like it was me trying to like still adjust to the old me, trying to struggle to adjust to the old me. But trust me, to an extent, it weighed me down. But I'm all grateful for it, and I do not regret anything. For my music career, after my modeling career, I stopped. And then for my music career, I didn't want to release any song. But then I was like, for 9 months, my page was just like, then I was like, I needed to drop something. Like, and the fact that I didn't want anyone to know I was pregnant, right? I didn't want anyone to know I was pregnant. So I was like, if I release a song, I have to do I have to promote the song, me singing it, but I didn't want anyone to know I was pregnant. So how was I going to do it? So what I did, I think I released the song late to my delivery, and then I just paid the influencer to do the rest for me. The song has got me thinking. In case you guys want to watch it, you can just search for "Got Me Thinking" or Moteniola. And so, like I said, when I just came to Instagram, when after I had my baby, I was like, hey guys, I have the song, please stream it. I'd released another song for my baby, a song that I composed for him when I was pregnant. So the song is Oluwa Korede. You can also go stream that out. It's on Spotify, it's everywhere. It's also on YouTube. So the name of the song is Oluwa Korede. And so yeah, that's it. That's basically my journey so far. And right now, as a new mom, I'm adjusting to everything. And I would say the journey is very beautiful. Right now, I'm very, very proud that I have a baby in my young age. I won't say my young age, but yeah. Like, yeah, I'll give God the glory. I give God all the honor. The journey wasn't really easy. Well, we overcame. That's why we're conquerors, right? So next YouTube video, I'm going to be discussing my birthing journey. Ho ho ho, guys, this is one you want to hear, how the baby was coming out of me. I will show you videos, I will show you everything. I tried, I filmed it. I will show you everything, how agitated I was, me before the theater room, everything. I'm going to show you guys. So you guys stay tuned to my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Please share, subscribe, like, drop your comments below. I'd love to read some comments. I love to read some comments. Thank you guys, and see you next time. Bye.